CEO at Thyrocare Tech and MD and CEO at API Holdings. Mr. Guha, let me start off by trying to set the context here. Give us a sense of what the new labor code will mean for testing, because all employees 40 plus now will be provided compulsory tests. What does this mean for your business? How are you seeing the environment currently, and as a result of this labor code changing for you?
Sure. Firstly, keeping aside my business for a minute,
Sure.
right? I think this is a fantastic move. I think India requires a lot of preventive testing. It's very, very important. We are seeing every day people, who are not even 40 plus having heart attacks, having severe diabetes complications, undiagnosed diseases. So I think this is a fantastic move to ensure the health of the nation, and covering all workers above the age of 40 ensures that everyone has access to good quality diagnostics, and ensures that, we can catch disease early and help our people live a wonderful long life. So I really welcome the move. I think it's absolutely the right move to ensure the health of the nation leapfrogs in the next 3 to 4 years. Of course, Thyrocare, being the largest diagnostic testing provider by volume, will benefit from this. But that's not the primary purpose. Our mission is actually to make good quality diagnostics available and affordable to all. And I think this is a step in the right direction to make sure more and more people come into the diagnostics purview, get tested early and manage their disease so that they can live a healthy, long life. So I think it's a wonderful initiative.
Rahul, if you can also give us a sense of how it will change or impact your business as well, because if mandatory testing comes into play and companies are required to do that, is your company geared to provide a holistic 360-degree diagnostic facility for companies?
Yeah. So see, the way it works is, normally a lot of these checkups go to health aggregators, and and they then execute it on behalf of the company. Thyrocare is partnered with almost every major health aggregator because we are primarily a B2B player, right? So we are fully geared up to help anybody who wants to support the government in this initiative. We are there for you to provide full back-end support for all the diagnostic testing that you would like to provide. The opportunity is enormous, as clearly, if everyone above the age of 40 who is a worker is going to get tested, it's an enormous opportunity. And we have partnered with almost everybody who provides these services in this business. So we are fully geared up.
Rahul, give us a sense of how this works. Do you partner with insurance companies? Do you partner with companies? How does this work?
So there are two major players in this space. One is typically what are called health aggregators, right? So they would go to a corporate or to a company in this case, and at the factory would set up a camp and test all the workers over there, right? And of course, because they are health aggregators, they provide a number of different services, one of which is diagnostics. But typically, they are the first people chosen to service this kind of factory worker testing, and Thyrocare provides all the back-end services to them. Similarly, not insurers directly, but through the insurance broker network, a lot of these camps are organized to provide worker testing. And again, there, if you take every major player in this space, we have tied up with all of them.
So, will you require to invest more, given the fact that the quantum of workload or business is going to go up because of this entire code coming into play?
See, from a coverage point of view, we are present pan-India. We are present in almost 500 cities. So I think there is no place in India where there is a factory that Thyrocare is not present. So I think from a capex point of view, not much investment will be required from our side to service this demand. Of course, we may need to brownfield expand our capacity in our existing labs as the demand evolves.
And will you also look at coming on the front end where you provide imaging services and other services like an X-ray or others as part of a holistic health checkup?
Actually, we do that already. We have partners in every location, that provides us the radiology services. So we normally go together. Thyrocare, of course, front ends the servicing, collects the blood, but we have partners in every major location that we operate who provide us radiology services in partnership with us.
And Rahul, give us also a pulse of how the industry projects growth as a result of this. Do you see upsides? You've guided for mid-teens, by the way. So for viewer context, Thyrocare has guided for mid-teens growth for FY26. You've done 20% plus. Calendar year, you've done 20% plus, 23% in fact, first half. So you're well beating your guidance. Does this only enhance in terms of the growth potential, and by how much? Give us a sense of that.
Sure. Firstly, on the mid-teen guidance, definitely first half has been very, very kind to us. But as I said, last year in the second half, we were sitting on a very high base. So it's too early to, revise the guidance at this point. We'll maintain the guidance through the second half and then maybe take a calibrated view around fourth quarter. Just before we enter fourth quarter is when I would actually give you firm guidance on when we will end the year. But as of now, I'm maintaining my original guidance. When it comes to this opportunity, it's a wonderful opportunity. But as you know, the guidelines have been framed, but hasn't still reached at the state level and hasn't reached a point where it is, the implementation is clear. So my sense is it may be too early to bake it into FY26 forecast because it would take its time and its due course. But definitely we will be very encouraged by this when we get into FY27, by when all of this will be clear in terms of implementation and timelines and specific tests and all of that. By then we should see it. So what I'm saying is, I don't think we'll see the impact in FY26, but most definitely in FY27.
You've spoken of the fact that you're there in multiple geographies, but there's going to be a large unmet demand which is going to come flowing straight to you as well as the industry. So for you in particular, how are you gearing up in terms of capex, or what is the chatter with regard to what's the capex requirement that you will have to put up just to meet this additional demand? Or I mean, you did suggest that you're there in all geographies, maybe nothing material required. I'm just not able to digest that. Will there be no capex required?
As I said, there will be some capex required, but not, a huge amount of capex. You must understand, Thyrocare last year did almost 19 crore tests. So that is the capacity that we have today, and our capacity utilizations are at a, I would say between 50 to 60% level. And we were still able to process 18 crore tests last year. And actually, if we look at the first half growing at 20%, we will cross 20 crore tests in Thyrocare for the full financial year. And that's the kind of capacity we already have on the ground.
For Rahul, what does this do to your margin number? Because you're at 55% capacity utilization end of FY26. That might go up materially, hopefully for you FY27. Is there possibility of margin upside as a result of that?
Of course, if the volumes come through, definitely there is, possibility of margin upside. That kind of volume will definitely deliver a lot of operating leverage. But we haven't seen the volume as yet, so it's too early to comment. I mean, the guidelines just came out. So let's see how the implementation goes, and how this actually pans out. But I would say it's very, very positive, very encouraging for the sector. And I hope the implementation goes in a timely manner so that, keeping aside the benefit to the industry, the benefit to the people of India and more particularly the workers of India is realized as soon as possible.
And Rahul, does this also put some cost pressure? Because you will see competition also ramp up. You will see other players also, channelize their operating leverage. Does this mean that while volumes go up, competition will ensure that pricing will come under a bit of pressure, especially on the B2B side, which will be a predominant part of the new business that comes through as a result of this labor code?
Sure. I think, look, if the testing is mandated at the CGHS rates, right, that were recently revised, I think Thyrocare is well positioned to serve that market very economically, right? So I don't think pricing pressure will be the big thing. I think the volumes, should it come through, will be substantial for all of us. I just hope the government, ensures good quality testing through NABL labs. Thyrocare, as you know, is 100% NABL. Every single one of our labs are NABL accredited. And it will be very important, as so many workers come under the diagnostics purview, that they get access to good quality diagnostics. And so therefore, I hope in the guidelines, NABL accreditation is included so that, good quality testing is done at an affordable price. And as I said, the CGHS prices, or even a discount to CGHS prices, Thyrocare is able to serve that market quite comfortably.
Current differential that you have with respect to pricing compared to CGHS?
Sorry?
The discount in pricing compared to CGHS, what is the kind of current discount which is there?
No, we are more or less at par with CGHS, maybe plus minus 20%, actually minus 20% here and there, but I think more or less in line with CGHS.
And if at all it goes to the CGHS pricing, that's added revenue or impetus for your revenue going forward, right?
Yeah, but see, the way we operate is we try to be as affordable as possible. So, we have a certain price. If the CGHS price turns out to be higher, we will still maintain the Thyrocare price. Because our primary goal is to make it affordable and ensure that we get the volumes. So let's say tomorrow the CGHS price further increases, it's very unlikely Thyrocare will raise its price.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for coming in and speaking with us. This has been a very, very nice and candid conversation. Give us great clarity. Thanks so much for coming in.